Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, several things to mention. It's a crazy battle for Semenyo, and so updates for you and more to say on some talented player and not only around Europe, on Dani Carvajal. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, here we are as always to keep you updated. Again, let me remind you, subscribe to the channel because every single day, even holiday season, even New Year's Eve, even Christmas, always here to deliver you all the updates. And YouTube is going to be a channel I'm going to use more and more to give you all the latest, so get ready about that. Today we have to mention Antoine Semenyo. Because for Semenyo, I'm keeping you updated basically on daily basis because there are several things constantly happening. The news of the day is that this morning Chelsea made an inquiry for Antoine Semenyo. Chelsea are in the race for Semenyo. How long is going to be this race? We will see, because I don't think it's going to be a super long race. Remember what I already told you on the channel days ago. £65 million release clause. The player is going to leave Bournemouth. The decision is made. He just has to decide where he goes. But, important point, the clause is expiring on the 10th of January. It means that the decision of the player must be as soon as possible in order to prepare the deal with Bournemouth. So, what happened is that Chelsea entered the race by talking with the player representatives. Why Chelsea? Many of you can say, yeah, Chelsea have many players up front. That's true, but at the same time, Chelsea were already planning, as part of their club decision, to add an important player up front in summer 2026. And sometimes the market can be anticipated. Sometimes the market can put opportunities on the table and you have to be maybe aware of that chance. And that's what Chelsea did. Just calling at the moment, not sending any official bid, not starting any official process, but calling to understand what's the situation. They know about the £65 million release clause from Bournemouth, but they also wanted to understand the player request, the player idea, the player vision. And so Chelsea also called for Antoine Semenyo. Manchester United are pushing a lot, as I've been telling you. Manchester City, don't underestimate Manchester City. I know on the media point of view, maybe there are not so many reports on Manchester City, but City are there. City are trying, City are pushing. And so, City in the race, United in the race, Chelsea calling, and Liverpool, what happened? Liverpool in November made contact to understand the structure of the release clause, £65 million, how many years to pay. So Liverpool wanted to understand the structure of the deal on player and club side. Then Liverpool didn't proceed so far, but the injury of Alexander Isak, who is going to be out for several months, could change their plans. So these four clubs are all talking to Antoine Semenyo camp even today. All of them in constant contact, presenting their technical project, presenting their vision, presenting their financial proposals, and try to make it happen for one of the best players in Premier League this year. And so Semenyo case is absolutely heating up. Now, also with Chelsea added to the list, but the battle is more open than ever, with several clubs in. Don't underestimate all of them. The winner, probably, of this story is already Bournemouth, because Bournemouth at this stage are likely to get the £65 million for Antoine Semenyo. The clause was also going to be valid in the summer transfer window, but for way reduced price, around £50 million. And so Bournemouth are going to make more money, but also they have several clubs into the race. And so at this point for Bournemouth, obviously financially is going to be a very good position to be. On a technical point of view, you're losing a fantastic player, but financially, once again, Bournemouth doing something very good. More to mention, guys, to answer some of your questions on several other players around Europe. Keep an eye on Anselmino. Aaron Anselmino, the centre-back from Chelsea, on loan to Borussia Dortmund, because it's true that Chelsea have a recall option into the contract of Aaron Anselmino. So at the moment, that's not the case, or that's not the process, but don't forget that Chelsea also have a recall clause into the contract of Aaron Anselmino. Anselmino is doing very well at Dortmund. I can tell you that Dortmund, in the recent weeks, November, December, they made some calls to try to understand if there was some way to try to agree a deal with Chelsea for 2026 to keep Anselmino at the club, but Chelsea said no. Chelsea are not going to make any decision on Anselmino now. Chelsea are very happy with his progress. Chelsea see Anselmino as a player who can be part of their long-term project, and so Chelsea are not deciding now in December if they want to sell the player to Dortmund in the summer. So at the moment the situation is completely quiet. Chelsea very happy with the player. They have a recall clause. Otherwise, eventually the player will be back at Chelsea in the summer. But Chelsea very happy with the progress of this boy, and the loan to Borussia Dortmund was a very smart idea. Then, more to say in terms of talents around, guys. I wanted to mention two more. One is Franco Mastantuono. I don't know why I got so many questions about this, but some reports coming out of Spain were mentioning the possibility to sign Franco Mastantuono on loan from Real Madrid in the January transfer window. What I'm hearing, guys, is that this is not gonna happen. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Mastantuono is not leaving Real Madrid in January. Mastantuono is recovering from the pubalgia at this stage, and so he had some pubis problems and he's now recovering his best condition. But Real Madrid trust Mastantuono. Real Madrid as a club and Real Madrid as a technical staff, the coach, Xabi Alonso, all trusting Franco Mastantuono for present and future. And so at the moment I'm not aware of any chance for Mastantuono to go on loan. I don't know where those stories are coming from. Many of you keep asking me about this, but I don't see this happening. Talents, and one of the most interesting centre-back in Europe in terms of very young talents, 16 years old, called Cassiano Kiala, playing for FC Bayern in Germany, was linked with a potential move to Chelsea or maybe to Manchester City. English clubs interested in this boy. Guys, what I can tell you is that Bayern have an agreement in principle, verbal agreement, with Cassiano Kiala, who is a centre-back who made his debut with Bayern over the final game of 2025. Debut which is part of the progress, because Bayern told the player, we want you to stay, we want you to be a big part of our plans for the future, we want you to sign a new contract, and we will trust you. And trust you means we will play you, and giving the boy the opportunity to make his debut at the end of December was a very positive message. So Cassiano Kiala will not go to England despite reports, and Cassiano Kiala is on the verge of signing a new contract at Bayern. I'm told it's almost done. It's verbally agreed. This boy is seen as a big talent, and the agreement is with his new agent advisor, Jorge Mendes. So Mendes is involved in the story. Some people were mentioning an England transfer. No, I'm told that Mendes is also part of this conversation for the new contract of Cassiano Kiala at Bayern that will happen. So good news for Bayern fans, as this talent is staying at the club. Just finishing on the many questions I received of Dani Carvajal. Why? Because Dani Carvajal in the last 24 hours was in Qatar. He visited the club of Joselu Al Garafa. Joselu is a big friend of Dani Carvajal, so that was just a visit, nothing else. Dani wanted to spend some time with Joselu. And what I can tell you is that from Qatar, they dream of Dani Carvajal. From Qatar, they really appreciate Carvajal, and they hope one day they will have the possibility to sign him when his chapter at Real Madrid will be over. But what I can tell you as of today is that the full focus of Dani Carvajal is absolutely only on Real Madrid, performing at Real Madrid, winning again and again and again at Real Madrid. And then he will make decisions on the future in the next months or eventually years. But at the moment, the situation of Carvajal is not of a negotiation with Qatar. From Qatar, they would love to welcome Carvajal, but at the moment, it's just a dream. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories. Where should Semenyo go? And then Anselmino, Mastantuono, Cassiano Kiala, and also Dani Carvajal. Your feeling, guys. Here in the comments, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.